I was just going to say good morning, but it's not good morning, it's good afternoon. Yeah, same. Still pure sunshine. 2 degrees in the morning and about 21, 22 in the afternoon, like now. It's nice and warm now. Battery is at 30% and we've got 21 amps outside. Not complaining. Guys, welcome back to the Off-Grid Garage here in sunny Australia. It is not hot, it is just sunny. But still, welcome back. I have cleaned up my mess here, disconnected all the batteries. The solar charge controller of the pull fence system is now feeding into the battery shelf here. I need every kilowatt hour. The big tower of power has been disconnected for the moment because I want to work on the ceiling gaps here in this area where the battery and system room will be. And I want to close all these gaps, all these ones to the outside. Well, I was standing here on the ladder for quite a while and had a look at all this shit. These metal sheds here, they have got huge gaps to the outside. This is like 30-40 millimeters gap. Insane. But this is not so much a problem here. I can fill these gaps up with spray foam. I'm far more concerned about all these gaps here. Because we've got this roof structure, the same as the wall structure. And of course we've got these huge gaps. On the outside you can see into the gutter. And then we've got more gaps here. There you can look outside as well. So all these gaps, they need to be closed as good as possible to the outside. So there's no wind, no draft, no dust, no insects, nothing coming in anymore. We have to start over there, do all this here and do all that until we reach the beam. So that's the plan of attack today. And I've already cut this mesh wire here in small pieces. So I can use this to fill these larger gaps here so the foam doesn't fall out. Just like this, for example. I don't know if I need to hold this can upright or upside down. It doesn't say on the can, and I've read the manual as well, it doesn't say anywhere. So I'm not sure. Well, we will find out. If it's upside down, I'm anyway. First squirt. Oh no. Oh no. It is upside down. Well, there's no way to use it under the roof here. I'm already screwed. Nah, there's only air coming. Fantastic. Okay, that was the quickest spray foam experience I ever had. So it needs to be upside down to make it work. Oh yeah, baby. We are back in business. There we go. Just being gentle here. Because it will expand. Seems to work. I can't see the light anymore up there. Okay, let's keep cracking here. Whoa, angry. Oh no, shit. Oh my god. Ah, there's foam everywhere now. Well, I can see the foam over there, so that's actually pretty good. So it has sealed up this hump here as well. And even there in the middle where the flat part of the wall panel is, I can see the foam there, so it has actually closed the gap. If it has closed it 100%, I don't know. That is as clean as it gets, so I can reuse it next time. That looks amazing. Okay, so we can already see that the foam has expanded. Yeah, it's still very soft. And I have to check these flat areas here where the wall panel meets the roof panel. So you can still see the light on both sides. I'm not sure if I can really close that. I'm not sure. This all looks good. There's darkness. There is some foam missing, but the can was empty then. There it looks pretty good. There it looks pretty good. How does it look like from the... Oh shit, eh? Oh my god. Oh freaking... Oh no. On the sign, there's foam everywhere. I should have pushed the mesh from the outside underneath. Okay, I need to let it dry and then I cut it off and you won't see it anymore, hopefully. Oh my god. Oh my god. A total mess. Okay, let's wait until tomorrow morning until the foam is dry and then we do a further assessment of the damage. Shit. I can only imagine your comments now. So I just cleaned up the front of the garage a bit from this excess material. There was almost nothing over here. A few drops on the floor. All cleaned up. Cleaning up the floor here was no problem, just with a scraper. Let me show you, I'm not sure. I've got very mixed results. You can see where the light is coming in now. And I've got even gaps there where I put foam in between. So not these larger humps here, they are fine, but these gaps here I cannot fill with the foam. The foam is not traveling into these flat areas left and right. It just stays at the middle, but then you still got the gaps on each side. So I'm not sure how to fill this gap here because it needs to go all the way in. It's not just using silicone on this side here. There's also filling the gap to the wall panel from the outside. So ideally, let me show you. I had an idea last night, but oh my god. Where do I stop? Because, yeah, there you can see it. See, this is a flat wall panel and there's the foam coming out, but there's nothing on either side of the foam, yeah? And to reach that, I would have to take off the gutter. There's like a 6 meter length of gutter here. I definitely need ND2, ND3 and ND4 for that. I'm not even sure how to take it off. I think it sits only on this angle here, and then there's a bracket inside the gutter holding it on the other side. So maybe it's just pulling it to this side and then it comes off. There are only a few of these angles. I'm not sure. Yeah, so this needs to be done at some stage, but this is a bigger... This is nothing I'm doing today. Don't forget to clean your gutters before you do that. It is that easy. I had actually to watch a YouTube video where someone showed how to disassemble this gutter, but it's very easy. There's just these hooks there, and then you've got this little L bracket down here where the gutter sits on, and that's all basically. That's all. Shit, I have to clean up all this mess now. Freaking hell. But now look at this. It gives us perfect access to all the gaps from the roof panel to the... Oh, come on. Here, look at this. There, gap, gap, gap. Oh, amazing. So this one is not too bad here actually. It covers the roof panel and the wall panel as well. This one not quite, but you can't tell. So I really had to take off the gutter here. Okay, let's get the job done. I think I just use silicone now. And silicone this all up, make this all tight. So what I'm doing right now is taking out these screws here which hold the wall panel against the beam and put them in the middle in between these two humps. Yeah, they're usually on the side for some reason, over there. See, and I'm just offsetting it in the middle because then it pushes the side panel here directly against the beam and there's no gap anymore at the top. And while I'm doing this, I'll put some silicone behind it so it really seals up this area, and I put another screw in here as well because they're using screws only in every second gap. And the only reason I have bought white silicone here is so you can see it on the video. That's all. That's all that matters. Yeah, and this is exactly what I want. Well, I guess this keeps me occupied here for the next 1.5 to 2 hours. So then it's a beer o'clock. But don't you worry, I put you here on the time lapse, and for you it is only 10 seconds. There's stuff here, there's stuff here, even here on the Werner, stuff here on the floor, there's more stuff here. This is all coming from this one hole there. I could actually feel that I poked this little hose too far into the garage here. That is strange, the hole is not filling up, and then I realized, oops. And I kept pressing, and this is the outcome. It is spilled everywhere here. Oh, wow. Okay, my friends, this was a bit longer than 10 seconds, I think. I think it was 12 seconds or so. I've done all the silicon roof panel, side panel, and I've also used the spray foam already to fill up the wall panels and the roof panels where this hump is. Now you can see the spray foam coming out everywhere. Amazing. Oh, I've got my tools still here. Oh, wow. I cannot close this gap here at the moment, because I would need to move all the batteries and the tractor here as well to get access to the roof cavity. And we also need to put a hose on this pipe again, because the spray foam needs to be upside down, and I cannot reach these small gaps anymore then. So I've now done the experiment, because this one here comes actually with a little plug. And you bend the hose over like this and put it on the plug. And apparently if you keep the can upright, it doesn't clog, and you can reuse it within 2 weeks. Probably still a quarter to 1/3 full, I think. So let's see if this still works tomorrow. Yeah, but so far we shouldn't see any light anymore. This should all be dark as hell. Yes, it is. Nice. Okay, still got the corner to do there. I do this from the outside maybe as well. No, maybe not. And I think there's one more gap here at the top. This all looks good. You don't want to overfill these holes with the foam, so you need to wait until it dries and then see how far it expands actually. So I'm very careful not to put any pressure on these panels and push them apart or something, you know. So far this panel here stayed very straight. Okay, my friends, as always, in the afternoon when the sun is setting, we will calibrate the spat now. We will see us again tomorrow morning for the last installment of this video. And I hope to finalize everything, get all the foam cut here on the outside, have a final look along here, all these panels. I haven't missed anything. I think I've missed this first panel there. See, that's just silicon. I'll just do this right now. And then we can put the gutter back on. Hopefully it all works out, and yeah. When I checked the weather radar, there's no rain forecasted for the next couple of months. So, all good. All right, you have a good night's sleep. See you tomorrow morning. Yeah, somehow this morning I woke up in the middle of the night and I had this thought that I've done something wrong with putting this foam into these humps here of the sidewall. You know, because the foam expands a little bit, so it puts a little bit of force on this metal, and I wasn't quite sure if it actually pushes out these humps further away from the garage and then rip off all my silicon seal again. Yeah, and then this morning I went out and had a look at the garage here, and there's nothing. So thankfully this has not happened. I didn't put enough foam in there maybe to put some significant force on it. Why is it tripping here? I probably have to cut off this access a bit there, otherwise the gutter may not fit. So that's what I'm going to do this morning and check all the little bits and pieces. I can see there's a little bit of silicon missing. So I'm trying to do my best to seal this off as good as possible. And then I've got the unfortunate situation to put this gutter back on just by myself. I don't know how this works because it's a 6 meter long bar. So I can rest it on here on the love tunnel. But then I have to stand there on the other side and have to, yeah, all these hooks, they have to grab at the same time basically into the gutter to make it work. Yeah, whatever. Let's kick back into gear and go back to the non-work area. Yeah, see all these gaps here in the corner, over there and over there. There's no silicone, and there's actually a bit, there could be a little bit of an entrance point for spiders going in, and then they crawl down and are inside the garage again. So I have to seal all these ones off as well. Yeah, there's a big gap. So I'm really trying to seal all these gaps off as much as possible, as good as possible. So there's still a bit of work involved until we can work with the gutter. It is a long beast. So here with this one, for example, I'm just cutting off the excess a bit, so the gutter actually fits. So that's enough. And then we've got this gap here and one on the other side. Just put in a little bit of gap filler of silicone here, and one on this side. Get in with my wet, dirty fingers and push it into this gap. I'm not even sure if there is a gap to the inside of the garage left, but you know, this is just, again, peace of mind. So I can later on, if we have still spiders inside the garage, I can say, well, I've done the best job I could ever do. See, even up there, this gap, but I think the foam has filled out the whole profile here, so it should be good. And this is exactly what I was worried about, that the foam actually pushes out this part in between these two screws, but thankfully it didn't happen. Okay, so I have to work my way this way, all the way to the end of the garage, and see what I can do to cut off this excess and put some filler in these gaps here. It's probably a German thing, right? Okay, let's do it. It's not that easy because of our love tunnel. Shit. Not much progress. See, the main problem are these brackets here. Actually, how they are curled at the end. See that? This goes directly into the profile of the gutter. So they need to go this way first and then swing around, and then it clicks into this bracket here. But obviously it cannot swing around because of this tunnel. And all these 6-7 hooks, they need to be in at the same time and then swing the whole gutter around. Well, it doesn't matter, it needs to be done. I took it off and I need to put it on again. I made it. 20 minutes it took me to get this gutter back in place. But now it's all sitting on these brackets here again. There's actually supposed to be a screw in there going into the gutter, and then you put some silicone on top of it. But whoever installed this gutter here never did it. So the whole gutter is only clipped in, basically, hangs on these brackets inside the gutter and sits on these L brackets here on the outside. That's it. This is holding the whole gutter. When the drain is blocked here with leaves or so, it could fill up with water halfway. That's a fairly heavy weight. So thankfully we've got the love tunnel there to support the gutter. Unbelievable. That is Australian engineering. Wow. So the next step would be to fill all these gaps here. Nice and shiny. Oh, I can feel there's dirt in here. Leaves. Oh, shitty. Main entrance for dust. This is the main roof panel here, and you probably remember this sound. This is when the sun heats up the panel and then it expands and makes this really loud bang in summertime sometimes. I probably have to use the vacuum cleaner first and clean this out a little bit here. Oh shit! It never ends. It never ends. So there has some liquid collected here in this hose from yesterday, so I'm really keen to see if this still works. Oh yeah. Okay, let's shake it up. And then we extend this pipe here with the hose. And the hose needs to be long enough to reach the top of the can, or the bottom, so to speak. Is it the bottom or the top? Okay, let's connect them here. See, now I can hold the can upside down and have the hose, and it reaches over the top, over the bottom. It reaches higher than the can. So let's see how this works. I'm also not sure how much juice is still in this can here. Okay. If I do left, middle, right, little quick squirt, and then when it expands, it closes the gap. There was just enough foam in this can to finish the top section here of this one side. I actually wanted to do the other side here as well, but yeah, well, the can is empty now, and I'm not going to open the other one yet. So that all looks good. Foam is expanding and pushing out. Yeah, we'll cut this off a little bit. Okay, I think we are now officially done with all the sealing gaps, at least, of the battery and system room. So everything should be fine. And the corner, yeah, the corner. I need to do the corner. But all the other gaps, I think there's one spot and there's another one where I have to re-foam a little bit from the top. But everything else is dark, so there's no light coming in anymore. All these ones are good. We've sealed them from the outside now. In fact, I've done the whole roll of the garage. Just took the opportunity while the gutter was off. And I tell you what, having batteries on wheels is so good. Look at this. Bang. Took me a minute. Pushed all the batteries over here. I've got space to work here on the ceiling space. All my future batteries will be on wheels. For a couple of reasons. Alright guys, this is a huge step forward. This was something I was really scared about. If it works, how good it will work. But taking the gutter off and sealing everything from the outside is a good peace of mind. This is the best we can do. We've closed all the little gaps, all the cracks, everything. So there should be no entry point for spiders and dust and wind anymore. The gaps in the ceiling here would be the easiest one, and there were. So fantastic. This is a big relief and a step in the right direction. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your 92, 1, 6. I don't have a second 9. Okay, 1 in credit. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. That is freaking amazing. 92,000 subscribers. Well, I guess they all wanted to see the result of this spray foam action here, right? And a special thanks goes to all these wonderful and beautiful people who are donating to the channel or becoming a member of this channel here and donating on a frequent basis. This all keeps the spray foam flowing and is very much appreciated. Thank you very much for that. And until the next video, guys, when we do something completely different again. Yeah, definitely no spray foam anymore in the next video, I promise. Guys, until then, you stay charged, stay safe, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye-bye. I'm very happy with this result.